Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sister. How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you?
Really good.
So I think our poses are getting a little bit more tricky, eh?
Actually, we're cooling off now. So we started off with the intense poses and now we're cooling off.
Okay, but today is power. Today is power, so I'm not exactly sure how cool off that's going to be.
Okay, so it's power because of the sage mariachi. So anyway, the pose is mariachi. Why am I getting confused? Even I'm getting confused with the name. Okay, so it's mariachi asana, right? So it's named after a sage, and we will expound on that later. So for now, we have a new yogini, Riyanka. Alishka has other commitments today. So Riyanka will be doing the demonstration.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Riyanka.
Hello.
Good.
Okay. So Riyanka, sit up nice and straight. Bend the right knee and bring it up. That's good. Maintaining that straight back. I want you to take the right hand to the inside of the right knee. You're going to lean a bit forward, take the hand around, and get the left hand to join the right to create a bind. And you're going to try and go as close to your knee as possible, but maintaining that back at the straight back. That's it. And take the shoulder blades in. So you're hinging from the waist. So that's it. Do not compromise the pose. So that is Marichiasana. So we're going to hold that for a few breaths. And then Riyanka, you're going to gently undo the bind. So release the hands. Lengthen the right foot. We're going to do the same to the other side. So raise the right knee. That's it. Bring the foot close to the knee, to the right knee. So using the left hand now to bring it to the inside of the left knee. And then taking the right hand to the back to create a bind. Keeping that straight back, hinging from the waist, going to the taking your nose to the knee. Okay, so now you straining your neck and the head. So that is Marichi Asana.
Oh, no way. I couldn't do that one. I tried.
So gently under the bind, release. And thank you. So,
Thank you. Oh no, that was difficult.
it is considered an intermediate to advanced pose. So yes, I do understand it can be difficult for some, but it's just about the flexibility. So that's where the other twists come in. So if you practice Ardha Matsyendrasana, which we did yesterday, and Bharadwaj Asana, then you'll find that it gets easier because we're stretching the same muscle groups. So the story behind this can be a little bit controversial, but so Sage Mariachi is the son of Lord Brahma, and he was created through the mind. So Lord Brahma created 7 or 10 sons. Some say some literature say 7, some say 10, and Mariachi was one of them. So he's regarded as one of the most powerful sages. So one very popular story that goes around is that he was in the forest meditating and doing whatever sages do, and he came back home tired. And so he requested that his wife wash his feet. So she obliged and she began washing his feet. And at that very moment, her father-in-law, which is Lord Brahma, comes. So now she was in a dilemma. Should she continue attending to her husband or attend to the guest that's now present? So she chose the guest, but the husband was not very pleased with that. And so he used his powers and turned her into a stone. So she, in that stone, decided to meditate upon the Lord, and Lord Vishnu noticed his devotion, and he approached her and granted her a wish. So all she wanted was for the curse to be uplifted. But try as many times as he may, he could not uplift the curse. So he told her that the next best thing he could do was make her into the sacred stone, which even the deities would worship, and because of the power and the purity within the stone. So the lesson behind this is it's not that feel-good stories that we've had all the time, but that sometimes we misuse our powers within us. Each one of us has the power to make someone happy or someone sad. We have that ability just by our words, and we sometimes use that power to actually hurt people. And sometimes we don't even realize we're hurting those people. So that is why I chose that pose and power. So the pose itself, it is said that if you practice it regularly, it helps you to recognize the power within yourself. So when you recognize that power, use it for good and not for bad. That's the start.
Good. So I thought it was really nice when I saw that. I thought look, I must be honest, when you think about power, it is about an authority that we have. And it's not, in the world outside, power is used really like how you explained it, to hurt somebody or whatever. But when Riyanka was doing the pose, you said that she needs to hold it for a certain time. And, for a fleeting moment, you could easily just dive down and touch the floor. But to hold your hand down onto the floor for a period of time, that would actually be really important. So there's even a very good example of where, even if you just take a cup of water and you extend your hand and you hold the cup in your hand, that cup is very light. So it's easy to lift it. But to keep your hand extended for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour will actually then really define how strong and how powerful that hand is. Whereas just to push something and punch something which is momentary, that can be called force, actually, And so sometimes I think we misuse a force and power. And I think power is a more spiritual energy rather than force, which actually is more destructive and can actually be imposing in our lives. You know, if I started using my force on others, I guess that's what the husband did to his wife, you know. He was kind of making a point, you know, I'm the husband, you better listen to me. And you're not listening to me, so then that kind of curse that was granted on her. So let me just read the card for today. And it says, I have the strength and endurance to resist in situations that challenge who I am or compromise my innate goodness. Being in my power means I am stable and calm. I am loving yet emotionally uninfluenced. I have clarity and wisdom to respond. And I think that's really where, you know, like sometimes people who are powerful, they sound insensitive, you know, and it's not about that. I need to have that experience of being very loving, you know, I'm with you, I connect with you, I know. And, you know, bringing everybody along is actually quite an interesting thing. So, you know, once we actually had a very, like it was a kind of a, whether we'd call it an outing, but like a team building thing. And the idea is that who becomes the leader normally is referred to the one who has a lot of power, isn't it? So when you think about somebody who can, again, the idea of force, align everyone into the way they want to, so controlling people's actions, or being the example and doing it so lovingly and so respectfully that when others see you, they want to do the same thing. And so in that instance, the one who has power has the ability to inspire and create a positive influence so that actually it encourages others to do the same thing. And so it's really good that way that, you know, when you see in the world today, majority rules. And so you find that people tend to move towards what the majority is saying and doing. But, you know, even I might be singled out to be one person. If I work within my means and within my values and my virtues, and I just do it because that's what I am. So it's like a non-compromise. And the energy that's created is coming from the very core of my being. And that is a pure energy. So I like the fact that you use the word that stone would be worship because of its purity, in a sense. That when I don't mix intentions and I don't mix anything, and I stay really true to myself, I'm not trying to, I think in the story, the woman, the wife wasn't trying to please her husband, but doing what is important to do, because they say a guest is God. And in this instance, the father-in-law was really quite important, in a sense, God in a very incarnated form. So it's really necessary for us to be able to know that if I honor then what she was doing by washing her husband's feet, yes, she already started doing it. That showed that she was prepared to do it, but the duty of attending to the guests was she, instead of pleasing the husband, she was fulfilling the value of her home. And so I think in life, these are kind of things we're always going to have to do, kind of cross our path where we have to make certain choices. But it is always important to see whether I'm just pleasing somebody or it's in alignment with my higher values, because when you please somebody, it's very momentary. In fact, I'm just remembering a story now. And this was in connection with the only son who got married. And before the son got married, you know, he was everything to his mother and his mother did everything for him. But in any case, when he got married, he was so dedicated to his wife. And so whatever she said, she would do it, he would do it, with the idea that, I'm so committed to you. So one day the wife said to the husband, now she knows the relationship that the mother has with the son and the dedication and all of it. So she said to the husband, if you really, really love me, you'll bring your mother's heart to me. So he goes and he does just that. So he had to kill his mother and he brings the heart. And when he brings that heart, the wife says, you know what? I'm sorry. I actually can't accept you, because I know the kind of love and values your mother had for you, the bond that you have with your mom. And because of this love that you are having now for me, because you've known your mother way before you know me. So that was the initial thing. And if you could take her life to prove to me that you love her, if you found somebody else, you would do that to me too. So that was her kind of take on the fact that, there are certain things we don't do just to please, and that there is some values that are important to uphold. So I'm just taking from this whole idea. I definitely think I'm going to have to work on that pose. It's not that easy for me. I don't know whether it's just my arms that can't do the back too well, but it's definitely something I will work. I realized that my arms are my weak point, so it is going to be a little bit tough for me. But the idea is that, to definitely not give in and to keep at it. And definitely, if I know who I am, I can definitely use that energy to make this body do what it needs to do. So I'll let you know how I do with that. But is there anything else before we get into our meditation that you maybe want to close off with, Shilona?
For each and every one of us, we need to recognize our peers, our friends, our relatives as equal. We're not superior to anyone, nor are we inferior to anyone. Within each one of us, we are all given the same opportunities. We all have the same emotions, the same feelings. So we got to treat every single person as an equal. And if we can do that, then I think we can get world peace.
Definitely. It's valuing the self, having really that first love for the self. And then obviously what I am is what I project to others. So that is good. Okay, my dear, thank you so much. And so let's invite everyone into a meditation. And I'm inviting you to become relaxed and peaceful, still, as we stabilize our attention away from the body, focus our attention inward. And as I take this moment, I breathe in this beautiful awareness of the bouquet of virtues and qualities that lie within me. And so I breathe in that awareness of being this beautiful being of peace, love, happiness, joy, wisdom, and power. I'm aware of myself as this beautiful being, aware of my qualities. I'm in this awareness that I don't need anything from outside, but everything that I need is already present within me. And as I turn my attention inward with my mind, I touch each of those qualities. What does it feel to be peaceful? What is the vibration that I experience when I'm calm, relaxed, at peace? I can feel that stillness all around as I connect with that eternal quality of peace. I am peace. And as I fill my present moment with that feeling of peace, it is as if I let the rays of peace spark out of me into the world. And now I touch love. What does it feel? What is the experience of being love? I feel myself connected in unison with my own feelings, with my Creator, and with all souls of this world. This feeling of love is one that unifies and gives me the experience of belonging. Being love, I'm able to spread out the rays of love like arms into the world to embrace each and every individual, connecting one to the other, allowing each one to experience unity and oneness. I touch purity. What does it feel to be pure? I feel myself completely uninfluenced, free, untouched. I am in a state of freedom, so easy and natural. A deep sense of my true self-worth. And in this state of feeling my pure, authentic self, there's a deep feeling of being so strong, I am the essence. Nothing can reduce me to anything. I am eternal. And in the state of purity, the easiness and lightness that I feel allows me to connect with anyone. There is no preference, no judgment, no bias. I am this gentle being, so light, so uninfluenced, natural, innocent. As I remind myself of my authentic self, I feel myself spreading this beautiful aura of light around me, and I'm able to captivate the world in this view, in this hue of pure energy. I touch that quality of power within me. What does it feel like? I experience a stability, a sturdiness, a secure, supported vibration. Power is my ability to remain focused, strong. I have the resilience. Nothing outside can distract me or take me off my path. I experience power as an inner energy that flows through me to give me support, to keep me stable, to keep me sustained. In this form of power, I feel and experience being connected to the source. I am constant, consistent, steady, and stable. So today, I choose to reach inward and from time to time touch each quality and use it in my day as an expression of my true self. Om Shanti.